Kenley Jansen blows another save yesterday. Dodgers are able to survive.
Man, you always bringing up old news.
No, that was – come on, man.
We're going to spin this positive.
Not that old news. You know.
The Dodgers come back from on the road against a difficult opponent and come through in the 12th.
Difficult opponent?
Man, I'm spinning this, man. I'm spinning this to positive.
I mean, I guess.
Well, one of the things Kenley said is nobody's going to get in his mind, and he's just going to get better, and he will find it.
What is the solution here? Because here's what Dave Roberts said after the game yesterday.
He's not right as far as the way the ball's coming out of the hand. I know early there was talk about velocity, but I think, even more than that is the characteristics of his pitch. But we have all the confidence in Kenley. It's one of those things that people go through. He's got to work his way out of it.
See, and what Kenley said, now what Dave is saying, it doesn't sound like it's injury to me. Doesn't sound like it. Like he said, Kenley says he's going to get better. He's going to fix it. So it doesn't sound like injury.
So
and then Dave said,
what he said,
I think it's mechanical. He said the way the ball is coming out, it's mechanical.
But is it mechanical because of the injury?
Correct.
Because he's
That's a great point.
overcompensating.
Yeah. Could it be both? It could be both.
It could be both. Everybody could be right.
It could be both, but based on listening to both of them and reading what Kenley says, it doesn't sound like an injury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just doesn't.
I mean, it's something, right? Like, you don't just go and lose all your mechanics over the course of a couple of months after you have a career year. To me, it feels as if, very much like Markelle Fultz, that there's an injury that causes you to overcompensate, and in that overcompensation, you just begin to fall apart overall. Markelle Fultz could shoot when he was in college, and he hurts his shoulder, and then he comes back, and he's not quite right. So it's possible that Kenley Jansen, similarly, his hamstring was injured. He's trying to release a pitch differently because of the injury, because he doesn't feel secure, and everything's kind of
right. Everything is a kinetic chain from there.
Right.
Yeah. Look, I do think that that's part of it. I do think the hamstring is a thing that lingers. I think because of that, he's had some struggles, and I think because of that, he's tried to make adjustments, and sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't work. It's that simple, right?
It's baseball.
That too.
Well, no, it's injury. Does he have it's injured?
No, it's just
Y'all
it's
sure want
baseball.
this man to be injured.
Yeah.
Because he was.
But hurt is different than injured.
Because he was.
Fair?
And it's a hamstring.
Is that fair, though? Hurt is different than injured?
Yeah.
Yeah. And hamstrings
And I think he's hurt, not injured.
are son of a guns.
But I don't think it's anything has to do with physical therapy. I think it's his mechanics. I think it's just his mechanics. It has nothing to do with his leg injury.
Okay. So what happened? If it has nothing to do with the injury,
figure it out. Didn't you hear the man?
if there's nothing to do with the injury, I'm just asking, your humble opinion. If it's not about the injury, then why all of a sudden does a player go from a career year and then a short time later, the mechanics are thrown off?
Because
what has changed in his life?
Maybe he changed something to try to get better, and it's not working.
But he just had a career year.
Yeah,
so.
but maybe
he's coming off 4 seasons where he was the best closer in baseball.
But maybe he wants to be better, just better. Better doing some things in certain pitches or certain innings or whatever the case may, or facing certain batters. So he's changing the grip of the ball. We don't know. I'm just going off what the manager said and what he said himself. He said, Kenley again, nobody is going to get in my mind. I'm just going to get better. I will find it. I will find it. Doesn't say I got to get my leg better. I will find it. It just says I will find it.
Right, but it could be him just saying that because he doesn't want to continue to allude to the injury because people will look at that as an excuse.
Mm-hmm. No, because if he's injured
Roger,
or hurt, you get it
now.
fixed. You just step aside and allow him to work on it for a few weeks.
I think he's sitting for a little bit.
You think that's what's going to happen?
That's my gut.
I would agree with you, but based on listen to the last part of what Dave says here.
He's not right as far as the way the ball's coming out of the hand. I know early there was talk about velocity, but I think even more than that is the characteristics of his pitch. But we have all the confidence in Kenley. It's one of those things that people go through. He's got to work his way out of it.
He's got to work his way out of it.
People go through. There's things that people go through.
Yeah, like injuries.
No, but slumps. Like,
or slumps.
Could be both.
Could be both.
Again, back to could be both.
Could be both. Why don't you put up a poll?
just get healthy.
Could
That's
it be
Put up a
both?
poll.
Whatever.
Do you believe Kenley Jansen is injured, all mechanics, or both?
Could be both. Now, you wanted positive news.
Wait, is that a
Yasmani
poll?
Grandal.
I'm saying, was that a poll?
No,
Wait.
I said put up one.
Hold
Put
on
up
a
a
second.
poll on-
But you wanted positive news.
Give us some good news.
Yasmani Grandal is good news. Here's Dave on Yasmani, who had a big double to win the game.
I don't want to imagine where we'd be without him behind the plate and obviously at the plate. What he's done, coming with big hits for us, getting on base, driving runs in, catching, I don't know what it was, 12, 13 innings tonight. He's done amazing things.
He's done amazing things. So